Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful day we have here. I've done this 6 years now. We've done it in rain a couple of times. We've done it in cold. We've done it in way too hot. We are blessed with this beautiful weather. At this time, we ask that you all please rise and direct your attention to the American flag located by the north end zone for the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Williamsburg Symphonic Band and Choir.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets right where the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing and sing the Williamsburg alma mater performed by the Symphonic Band. The words are printed in your program. Good afternoon. I'm High School Principal Jason Tackett, and I would like to welcome you to the beautiful Ken Osborne Field at Abrams Stadium for the 2025 graduation ceremony. This is a significant milestone that some thought might never arrive, yet for others, it has come with surprising swiftness. I would like to thank the entire custodial staff of the Williamsburg Local School District. In addition to our custodial staff, I'd also like to thank Mr. Jason Moberly, Mrs. Tracy Coffey, Mrs. Candy Bainham, Mrs. Mandy Irvin, Mrs. Morgan Eilerman, Mr. Mike Kirk, Ms. Holly Kopsha, Mr. Ryan Vasconcelos, Mr. Charlie Macklem, Ms. Kelsey Book, and Mrs. Amy Attinger for all of their behind-the-scenes help over the last few weeks in preparation for today. A big thank you today to our ushers for helping seat our friends and families. Their names are printed in your programs. Finally, I would like to thank Miss Alicia Rader for the musical direction of the band and choir. At this time, I would like to thank two groups of people who have had a tremendous impact on the lives of those seated on the field today. First, would all of the parents of the graduates please stand? We extend our heartfelt gratitude for your tireless efforts in raising and nurturing remarkable individuals. Your unwavering love and guidance have played an instrumental role in shaping each graduate. Next, would all of the Williamsburg schools, faculty, and staff members please stand? Let us acknowledge and applaud our exceptional team of teachers and support staff who have invested countless hours in guiding our graduates towards success. Their steadfast commitment to preparing students for the unknown challenges of the future is truly commendable. Again, join us in giving them a round of applause for their remarkable efforts. At this time, I would like to introduce some of our distinguished guests. Please stand when I call your name. Mr. Matthew Early, Superintendent of Williamsburg Schools. Mr. Kevin Dunn, Williamsburg Elementary School Principal. Mr. Mike Kirk, Williamsburg High School Assistant Principal. Mrs. Tina Reichert, Director of Student Services. Mrs. Amy Attinger, Director of Technology. Also with us today, Board Vice President, Mr. Brandon Lindsay. Board Member, Mr. Josh Clifton. Board Member, Mr. Daniel Napke. And Board Member, Mr. Charlie Macklem. Joining us from U.S. Grant Career Center, Superintendent, Mr. Mike Perry. Principal, Mr. Barry Dalton. And lastly, reading the names of the graduates, Guidance Counselor, Mrs. Amanda Irvin. Miss Grace Early, will you please come forward? Grace is the 2025 Senior Class President and Salutatorian. It is my pleasure to present her with 2 plaques in recognition of this outstanding accomplishment. Get a picture with them, and then I'll put them down for you.
Hello, all. My name is Grace Early, and I am honored to stand before you today as the Senior President and Salutatorian for the Williamsburg Class of 2025. I would like to start with a few important thank yous. Thank you to all of the Williamsburg faculty and staff who have supported us to the point that we are at today. Truly, if not for every single one of you teachers, counselors, principals, and specialists, we would not be here on this stage. I would also like to say thank you to all of the parents and guardians of my fellow graduates. If not for your constant support and belief in my classmates, we might not be gathered here today with you in this moment. I would also like to say a huge thank you to my closest family and friends who are here with us today, but particularly to my parents. Your motivation and confidence in me has shaped me into the person that I am today. I will never be able to fully express my gratitude and how much this has meant to me. Finally, to my fellow graduates, thank you for being the most fun, caring, supportive class to go to school with for the past 13 years. We did it. We did it all. We put in the years of hard work, we made memories, and we have made names for ourselves. Whether this day has been long awaited or came far too soon, we have reached the end of an era together. For that, congratulations. Before we get into the moment that we have all been waiting for, I would like to take the time to brag about the class of 2025. Over these past 13 years, our class has accomplished so much, and we definitely have made our impact on Williamsburg. From our class, 60% plan to attend college after high school. 34% plan to immediately join the workforce, and 6% have boldly and bravely enlisted to join our armed forces. Our class reached new academic standards as we had a record-breaking number of applicants in our National Honor Society, amounting to over 20 members just from the senior class. Thanks to our school's College Credit Plus program, our class has already earned a total of over 800 combined total credit hours before even graduating high school. We have also had an abundance of sports and extracurricular achievements as well. I would first like to acknowledge that throughout our high school career, we were so fortunate to have generous updates to our facilities. Our graduating class got to play on the new turf field. We were the first to run on the recently resurfaced track, and we were able to utilize our new band trailer and equipment. We have obtained roughly 25 league championships, along with many sectional championships and district championships throughout our time. In track, Elena Kellerman and Maggie Carver have broken school records. We have put on 4 successful musicals, and we have even had a marching band member, Taylor Price, play in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. While our individual and team successes are worthy of celebration, I think the most impressive thing we have accomplished is our ability to stay close and forge lifelong friendships as a class. We have all supported one another, and we have all created bonds that will last beyond our school doors. Looking back, we have had some very fun and notable times throughout the years, but also rough ones. From finishing 7th grade in virtual classrooms and beginning 8th grade in mask, our class has always found a way to take the bad and make it good. In 8th grade, we all came together through rough times. This was the first time our grade truly laughed, cried, hugged, and celebrated as a whole. Whether it was secretly playing Among Us in class, snowball fights at the field all winter long, or picking and eating apples from the middle school apple tree, which we later found out were not the eating type of apples, we found ways to make a difficult school year fun and meaningful. Going into high school, we definitely had many memorable moments as well. Although, as typical high schoolers do, we lacked motivation sometimes. We all picked each other up and encouraged each other. Often, when slammed with assignments, my only motivation for going to school was hearing one of Mr. Bogan's inspirational speeches, hearing Mrs. Williams laugh, which is contagious, or hearing Mrs. Kopscher roast the boys effortlessly. We also enjoyed raiding Mrs. Kellerman's epic candy stash. Looking back, it is sad to think that we will never get to experience these moments ever again. It truly is a little somber to think that this is the last time that we will all be together. I am so grateful for the memories that we have to hold on to. As we leave each other today, I want to quote Mrs. Eilerman's ever-common question, "Hey friend, how are you today?" To this statement, I always had the same answer, "I'm good, how are you?" Truth be told, I wasn't always good, but that's just what I said, whether I had just found out that I had a 10-page paper due by 11:59 that night, or if I had just gotten a 100% on a hard test. But my response was always the same, "I'm good, how are you?" We have all said this, not jumping into the long-winded explanation of what could or might be wrong. There is just a sense of optimism to the response, "I'm good." And my message to each of us sitting here today is to reflect on that for a moment. Even in the mess, even in the chaos or heartbreak, there is always something good to point to. Whether life points us in a direction that we were not expecting, or things are not working out the way we want, it can all work towards our greater good. Failing a test, losing our way, making mistakes are all part of the journey that ultimately teaches us something, making us stronger, making us better, teaching us lessons along the way, all of which are for our good. Everything happening is bringing us to new beginnings, just like right now. All of those late nights studying, all of those tests that we didn't do our best on, and all of those early mornings when we thought it was physically impossible to get out of bed. It all led us here, to this good moment. So, to my fellow graduates, I know that there are so many unknowns in our futures. We are all about to leave the only people we have ever known and move away from the only place that we have ever known. We can all have confidence, though, that it will be good. We have all that we need to be successful. And as you meet new people on your journey and they ask, "Hey friend, how are you?" and you mindlessly respond, "I'm good, how are you?" I hope you take a second to reflect allowing yourself to recognize all of the good that got you to the moment and all of the good that lies ahead of you. Class of 2025, we leave here not just with diplomas, but with the power to shape the future. So let us walk forward, not in fear of what lies ahead, but in pursuit of the extraordinary lives we are meant to lead. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Mr. Carson LaGrange, will you please come forward? Carson is the valedictorian of the 2025 senior class. It is my pleasure to present him with a plaque in recognition of this outstanding accomplishment.
Good afternoon. My name is Carson LaGrange, and I'm honored to be recognized as the 2025 class valedictorian. First and foremost, I want to give all the glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I'd be nothing. Today, I want to talk about a recent field trip with Miss K to Kings Islands. I'd never been on a roller coaster up to this point. Never even been on those little kiddie rides you see at fairs. I hate heights, and I don't like the feeling of my stomach dropping, so it always just made sense that I wouldn't like them. So that's what I did. Every time someone would ask about Kings Island, I'd say, no, I don't like roller coasters, without them knowing I haven't even tried. I was going to say no to the field trip again this year, but Alex Boland told me to stop being a word that I won't say on this stage and to just do it, and so I obliged. When we got to Kings Island, being the great friends they are, they had me walking towards the tallest roller coaster there, the 10th tallest in the world. I can't stress enough how important it is to find friends that not only push you to be better, but urge you to take steps outside your comfort zone. And although I normally try not to single out my friends, I want to personally thank Alex for the past 4 years. Most of you don't know this, but I've had to sit next to Alex in almost every class throughout high school. He's one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life, and made me look in the mirror every day and ask myself if I was working hard enough. Alex, I have no doubts that you will be successful in life, and I can't thank you enough for pushing me to be better. All right, now back to my story. I took away 2 things from that ride. One, that it was the greatest calf workout of my life, because as we slid over the crest of that hill, I was holding on to the seat in front of me like my life depended on it. The second is that the world was still spinning, and it really wasn't that bad. I spent 17 years of my life unwilling to step foot on a roller coaster because I was scared. Scared of the unknown, scared of trying something new. I know many of you here sitting today are also scared of the unknown, including myself. Having to basically start over your life and actually begin to think about what you want to do with it for the rest of your time here on earth. Millions of decisions that await you, some that will bring you to success and others that will mislead you. Recently, the lyrics from the song Too Much have been stuck in my head. If I could sing them to you, I would, but they are, don't think about it too much. Not only is it a line from my favorite song by Drake, but it's also the motto that I constantly remind myself of. If you know me well, I overthink everything I do. As Mr. Bogan would say, I was born with a disadvantage because I got that overthinking from my father. It's easy to get caught up in the distractions of the world and lose focus of our goals that we set for ourselves. It's easy to think that the goal is too big and we're running out of time. It's easy to think that there's someone out there who's working harder than us. Don't think about it too much. Growing up with my dad as a preacher, one of my favorite Bible verses is Matthew 6:34. It says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Each day has enough trouble of its own." To me, this means to take one day at a time and strive to better yourself with every opportunity given to you, and to push through the challenges you will face that come along with growing up. J.J. Watt, who played football for the Houston Texans and Arizona Cardinals, puts it this way: when I'm facing a difficult challenge or something doesn't go my way, I always turn it into a competition. It's me against the adversity. Either I'm going to win or the adversity is going to win. The question is, are you willing to sacrifice? Sacrifice your time, sacrifice your pride, sacrifice to beat adversity and make it to where you want to be in life. This is the start of something new, not the end of something it once was. The last 12 years of our lives have been the first hill of the roller coaster, steady with a few hesitations along the way. But as we near the top, uncertainty and the fear of what's to come start forming. And today, we stand on the top of that hill, waiting uneasily for the descent. And when that day comes, everything will feel like it's coming at you 100 miles per hour. Some of us, it's college. Others, it's a real job in the workforce, making new friends, or even thinking about starting your own family. That first hill is just the beginning, because there are many more hills, sharp turns, and even loops that will await you. But I assure you that if you buckle up and accept that the journey won't be smooth, it might take longer than you want it to, you will make it to the end. No more bumps, no more hills, no more uncertainty. The journey is over. All you have to do is step on the ride. Don't think about it too much. Thank you.
Great job, Carson. The Williamsburg Symphonic Band will now perform "And the Angels Called." Thank you guys, great job. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It is an honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate a monumental moment in your lives, graduation. It is not just the end of your high school years, but the beginning of the rest of your journey. This ceremony is part of a rich tradition, one that has been honored for generations and will continue for many more to come. Tradition is powerful. It connects us to the past while grounding us in the present. It gives us a sense of belonging, of purpose, and of community. The rituals we share today, the procession of graduates in caps and gowns, the turning of tassels, and the proud cheers from family and friends are traditions that carry deep meaning. They mark the culmination of hard work, determination, and the growth you've experienced during your time here. But tradition is not just about the ceremonies and celebrations. It's about the values, the lessons, and the experiences that shape who we are and who we will become. The old traditions of this school, the ones you've grown up with, are the heartbeats of this community. Think about the pep rallies, the homecoming games, the senior projects, and even those late night study sessions where you bonded over your shared struggles. These traditions are what have made your high school year special, and they will stay with you forever. I hope that one day when you look back at these years, you'll smile, remembering how these traditions helped shape your identity. And maybe one day, when your own children are walking the halls of this very school, they too will experience some of these same traditions. The pep rallies, prom nights, and graduation ceremonies just like this one. They'll feel the same sense of pride, excitement, and accomplishment that you feel today. However, while old traditions anchor us, new traditions help us grow. Your generation has created its own customs, its own way of making this place unique. From new clubs and activities to the way you've embraced technology and learning and in life, you've left your own mark. The way you found new ways to connect with one another, to celebrate your differences, and to embrace change, these too are traditions that will carry forward. In years to come, I hope you will not only remember these traditions, but also be inspired to create new ones. As you go off into the world, remember that you have the power to shape your future and the future of others. Take the lessons you've learned here, the friendships you've made, and the values that have been instilled in you, and carry them forward. Whether it's in your careers, your communities, or your families, let the old traditions guide you, and don't be afraid to create new ones. This world is constantly changing, and you are part of that change. But amidst the change, it's the traditions, both old and new, that will give you a sense of continuity, of purpose, and of belonging. As you leave here today, I want you to remember that you are always a part of this school's story. This is your home, and the traditions you've been a part of will always connect you to this place. And one day, when your children stand where you are now, I hope you'll be able to tell them, this is where I learned, where I grew, and where I celebrated, just as you will. Congratulations, class of 2025. Embrace the future, honor the past, and carry with you the spirit of our traditions always. Thank you. I would now like to recognize the seniors who have received scholarships to continue to pursue their education. The scholarships and awards the students have received are printed in your programs. I'm pleased to announce that this year's senior class, at the time of printing the program, have been awarded $513,969.30. $51,630.30 come from local scholarships. So a heartfelt thank you to those organizations, businesses, and individuals that have awarded scholarships to our seniors. I am now going to read the names of students who have been awarded scholarships. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until I'm finished reading everyone's names. Alexander Boland, Magdalene Carver, Justice Chestnut, Michael Corcoran, Madeline Dalton, Grace Early, Savannah Ebright, Joshua Fetters, Anna Fogelman, Aiden Holden, Isabella Giordanato, Jackson Jeffers, Kenneth Jones, Elena Kellerman, Maria Krasovich, Carson LaGrange, Joseph Morris, Isla Pelletier, Shanoa Pierce, Taylor Price, Ethan Schaus, Evan Sieg, Blaine Stidham, Ella Sunderman, and Ava Watts. I would now like to recognize those students who are members of the National Honor Society or the National Technical Honor Society. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all names have been called. Alexander Boland, Lily Brown, Magdalene Carver, Justice Chestnut, Jack Collins, Maya Collins, Madeline Dalton, Joshua Davis, Grace Early, Savannah Ebright, Joshua Fetters, Anna Fogelman, Peyton Heneyes, Isabella Giordanato, Jackson Jeffers, Elena Kellerman, Maria Krasovich, Carson LaGrange, Isla Pelletier, Shanoa Pierce, Taylor Price, Jade Royal, Blaine Stidham, Benjamin Watson, and Ava Watts. The following students have earned an honors diploma according to the guidelines of the state of Ohio. Would you please stand when your name is called? Alexander Boland, Magdalene Carver, Justice Chestnut, Grace Early, Joshua Fetters, Anna Fogelman, Jackson Jeffers, Elena Kellerman, Maria Krasovich, Carson LaGrange, and Isla Pelletier. The class of 2025 provided 10,580 hours of community service through the Williamsburg Local Learning School Program. The following students have provided over 200 hours of community service. Would you please stand when your name is called? Jackson Arnett, Alexander Boland, Lily Brown, Magdalene Carver, Madeline Dalton, Grace Early, Anna Fogelman, Aiden Holden, Isabella Giordanato, Elena Kellerman, Maria Krasovich, Carson LaGrange, Liliana Michaels, Isla Pelletier, Ethan Schaus, Ella Sunderman, Camden Wainscott, and Ava Watts. I would now like to recognize those who have chosen to enlist with our military. These individuals have made a very difficult, important decision about what to do with their future. Colin Bean, Joseph Morris, Colin Verkamp, and Benjamin Watson. We wish you well, and our prayers are with you. Would any veterans or current members of our armed forces who are in the crowd today please stand to be recognized? Thank you for your service to our country. is now time for the presentation of diplomas. In an effort to preserve the dignity of the ceremony for our graduates, we ask that you please remain seated and hold your applause until they have all received their diplomas. Will the class please rise? Members of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present to you the Williamsburg High School graduating class of 2025. All of these students have successfully completed the course of study as prescribed by the Board of Education. The diploma they are about to receive, the highest honor in our power to bestow, carries with it our respect, confidence, and best wishes for future success. Please take your places for the presentation of diplomas.
Grace Elizabeth Early. Carson Blair LaGrange. Samantha Marie Jane Barger. Jackson Jules Arnett. Alyssa Lynn Bertram. Josiah Austin Bickett. Lily Michelle Brown. Colin Daniel Bean. Magdalene Faye Carver. Timothy Franklin Blake. Justice Angelique Chestnut. Alexander Jude Boland. Maya Sophia Collins. Alistair Caleb Brewer. Madeline Ann Dalton. Hayden Paris Lee Burnett. Savannah Elizabeth Ebright. Cooper James Carson. Layla Kashmir Fitch. Jack Emerson Kilos Collins. Anna Marie Fogelman. Michael Casey Corcoran. Myoka Nicole Forbes. Joshua Dustin Davis. Mackenzie Lee Headley. Michael Joseph Day. Peyton Storm Hennies. Matthew David Ellison. Alyssa Elizabeth Hodge. Carson Matthew Finn. Kylie Lynn Ho. Joshua Michael Fetters. Sophie Grace Humphreys. Craig Michael Haas. Isabella Marie Giardinato. Caleb Michael Harris. Elena Catherine Ann Kellerman. Kai Michael Harris. Shelby Lynn Kendall. Aaron Christopher Hatter. Maria Elizabeth Krasovich. Aiden Christopher Holden. Liliana Sky Michaels. Jackson Thomas Jeffers. Delaney Jane Newman. Kenneth Richard Jones. Isla Claire Pelletier. Matthew Douglas Jones. Kenaya Raylyn Phillips. Zane Alexander Kelly. Shanoa Star Pierce. Drew Davis Crimer. Jade Lynn Royal. Adam Thomas Middendorf. Madison Renee Siekbert. Joseph Dylan Morris. Ella Grace Sunderman. Caleb James Pauley. Ava Eileen Watts. Taylor Michael Price.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Tatum Joe Weisbrot. Ethan Isaiah Schaus. Bailey Nicole Wyndham. Evan Robert Sieg. Kian Lewis Stamper. Blaine Anthony Stidham. Tyler Nicholas Strange. Colin Michael Verkamp. Camden Anderson Wainscott. Benjamin Ray Watson. Maxwell Edwin West.
Will the class please rise? By the power vested in me by the State of Ohio Board of Education and the Williamsburg Local School District Board of Education, I hereby confer upon you the diploma of Williamsburg High School. Congratulations, class of 2025.